Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tonga from Mongolia. So I am the director of UNESCO-UNEVOC Center in Mongolia. So today I will present you very briefly about green development policy in Mongolia and how it is influencing in education sector as well. Okay. So I would like to start my presentation talking about the global climate action. So based on the Sustainable Development Report 2024, so as you see, there are the big challenges for globally. We have the same problem for all of us, because as you see, the red one is the major challenges affected the countries, so including the Mongolia. But from here, you can see the most of the countries having a similar climate change and big challenges for all of us. And for Mongolia, we are also having this kind of a global problem, especially for environmental pressure, diversification, air pollution is very high in Mongolia, and extreme weather events and water scarcity. We have the different kind of problems in climate changes. So regarding the policy documents, we have the good enough the list of the law documents, and including the law on air quality, environmental protection, and soil, and law on land use. This kind of the policy document, which is approved by government or the Parliament of Mongolia, we insist to implement in order to have the good policy direction in our implementation area. Mongolia having the looking forward strategy on the air pollution and climate change, one of the global issues for us. So we have the national vision planning for 2050. It is including the long-term strategy approved by Parliament, and claims green development and sustainable education, one of the 9 pillars of Mongolia. So including education, modernization, and skill building for green economy and embedded in human development goal. Government policies and legislations direction to implement green development policies, promoting renewable energy, and regulating the waste management. So one of the main cooperation with private sector is encouraging the organizations to adopt green and environmental friendly practices, and public engagement, increasing the public awareness and green composition and energy efficiency and recycling. I'm not handling this. So under the government structure, we have the Minister of Environment and Climate Change, that is the government body who is responsible for leading the policy and planning and green development in infrastructure. So Minister of Education, who is also the managing the green development, curriculum integration, teacher training, green policy coordination between development partners in education sector. We have also the member of the UN page. It means the UN Partnership for Action on Green Economy Initiatives since 2013. Under this initiative, so we are facilitating the development of the green development policy, supported green learning, strategy creation, capacity building, and technical advice on greening education sector. So multi-stakeholder task force and working groups are led by government. So it's including the government, academias, and NGOs, private sectors, training institutions. So has overseen the development of Mongolia's national green economy learning strategy. Through-page efforts ensuring stakeholders in investment and involvement in this cross sector. So infrastructure for green learning. So we are having Mongolian education sector midterm development plan, and also the national green development policy, and the law on education and law on TVET, which is increasingly seen as a driver, climate resilience, energy transition, green economic growth. The TVET system must now rise to the challenges in integrating climate change awareness, green technology, sustainable practice, and digital innovation into teaching, learning, and institutional development. The legislation recognizes the imperative climate education, digital transformation, including access to quality vocational education, reflecting Mongolia's commitment to aligning national education with sustainable development goals. You can see from here some of the result of the Global Green Skills Report. Even the Global Green Skills Report for 2025 already issued. So from here you can see the main three sectors in especially reflecting to energy, transportation, and finance. So these are the main sectors who is needed the green skills and green jobs and more demanding skills for these three sectors. Maybe you can see here the finance. Why the finance is needing the green skills? It means that there are a lot of green skills demanded for the sector because of the calculating or maybe using the tools for implementing solutions for carbon accounting, impact assessment, and finance mechanism to gauge the economic impact. For the trade and for energy sector, we all of us know that we have the renewable energy and eco car, this kind of practical uses we already having. So for TVET, especially I would like to emphasize about our cooperation with UNESCO and also the UNESCO National Commission and Ministry of Education and German international cooperation agencies, which we are conducting every 2-year National TVET Forum, which is focusing on the green skills, digitalization, and this kind of different emerging topics we are discussing, inviting the government, donors, agencies, and also private sector participants. We are discussing about the Mongolian TVET emerging topics, including the greening and digitalization as well. This last May we had the third forum, and this forum provides the unique platform for educators and researchers, policymakers, industry leaders to connect, exchange ideas, and work together forward, building a more sustainable and innovative TVET system. The active involvement of VATP, our organization, we are ensures that the Mongolians' experiences contribute to and benefit from the global UNEVOC network. So my next slide implemented talking about this policy implementation. So we are trying to implement the integrating green education content into curriculum, developing entrepreneurial education in the field of ecology, implementing the Eco School program, and also implementing the digital transformation continuously, increasing the skills and competencies of teachers and students, expanding the participation of local community in environmental activities. So we have the experience working with Foundation for Environmental Education, FEE. So this organization is working with local NGOs to implement and to disseminate greening ideas in education sector. So we having the experience. So what's the secondary and primary, the vocational education, they are implementing the green education theory and also the greening education partnership. So secondary school is the most of the 40% of the secondary school is now having the greening subjects in the teaching and learning activities, and primary education we have the 70%. But for TVET, this is at the initial stage, we had only the 14% of the TVET activities forward into greening in order to have the greening education, teacher training, and curriculum development and dissemination of ideas, the greening in for whole partnership in TVET. It's on the way. So my expected outcomes of us, we are having here the some list of the outcomes, but it will needed more the supportive activities from government and NGOs and also from donor and international organizations in order to disseminate the greening education in order to have the human capacity who is implement the greening development policy in TVET. So these outcomes will be encountering soon, we hope, because the government of Mongolia is having different kind of policy documents approved by at the parliament level, at government level, and also we have the different kind of regulation and big cooperation between ministry agencies and also the partners, NGOs, and other international organizations. So for the conclusion, so we are just proposing to work to all the working together to achieve the sustainable future in Mongolia. The green development is being implemented to protect an environment while promoting economic and social well-being. Secondly, sustainable environment. So implementing green development project can environment and reduce greenhouse and gas emission. Proper use of natural sources and reducing pollutions are important for the human environment. So economic growth, it means that promoting energy, renewable energy and green technology will lead to the creation of the new economic sector, increase jobs and support economic growth. So for the social being, so green development is important for ensuring social equity and reducing the poverty. It is also necessary to improve the lives of vulnerable groups who are most affected by dangerous environmental conditions. So in short, for the successful implementation of green development, the government and private sector, citizens, scientists, and educational institutions need to work together. So collective efforts and innovative are the keys to improve our future living environment and achieving sustainable development. This is the end of my presentation. So together we can increase education, training, and social awareness of green skills to create a greener, more sustainable world. Thank you so much.